Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good evening, Mr. Machin. You had a good week?
Oh, very well, thank you. We've been fantastic as usual. It's second weekend, or just over. It's been a great week. How's your week been?
It's getting when you say sometimes you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think for me, I was a little bit jealous of everybody going back up fourth and wanting it to really get back. But obviously, the landscape from our point of view was a little bit different. But there's certain things coming up. I've got something happening with some video productions and things like that. So hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, I'll be out and about, and it should be a little bit easier, but still not fully functioning, nowhere near to capacity. I'm a Zoom man now. I'm a Zoom and Skype man.
I'd just like to wish Jackie and Ross all the very best. I know they separated this week, so hard times. All our barber sisters and brothers in Scotland, it's been a fantastic time for them. They've gone back as well. Have you been in touch with anybody in Scotland?
No, put a message out for everybody to say on Wednesday, like, good luck to all my friends in Scotland. I hope they do really well. Some great talent up there. And I know we've heard from Jackie, from Ross in particular. I was on a call with Jackie the other day, and I said, there were some other people. And I said, Ross has gone back to Scotland. She's on her own at the minute. She's quick to clear up that he's just gone back because he's gone back to work.
It must be tough. I mean, this is changing things for everybody, but we wish them all the best, and they know we love them anyway. I know we spoke to them in the week, and we always do. But it's all the best for Scotland. We're all back now. We're all as one. The UK is back. Everybody's back in town, if you like. We've got, I think we've had some good news today as well. We can do facial, so shaves and the beauty therapies. They can go back on the 1st of August, I think. So that's all good news as well. Things are very slowly getting back to where we want them to be. I know everybody else isn't back fully, but it's great to see, so we can offer full services soon anyway. So that's very good. Leicester's easing lockdown. I know they're getting back on the 24th. We've just got to be careful. Everybody's got to do what they need to do to stay safe. So it's a funny time, mate, isn't it? This transition time, I think, is a bit harder than even in lockdown, because we knew where we stood with lockdown, but now it's everything's up in the air, really.
It is, and you know what? I think everybody's saying a bit same. I think the first 2 weeks that you've all had's been absolutely packed out. But then again, I think it's just peaking off a little bit, and it'll all come back again. Everybody's gone in for their hairs cutting, and barbers, and especially across the UK, have done absolutely fantastic. Most of them have done the PPE very well. I've seen lots of comments today, which we can speak about with our guests tonight, about people sometimes cheating the system a little bit with visors and masks. And I know it's going to be compulsory, isn't it, from the 24th, I think, that you have to wear masks in terms of when you go to shops and everything. Anyway, that's we'll talk a bit about that, Gary, and I've got some questions to ask you from people who's joined in this week and sent questions for you to put your critical political hairdressing, barbering high over everything, and hopefully clear some up for everybody. If you're just joining us, welcome to Barber's Arms, episode number 15. Wow, 824,000 people have viewed the last 3 shows. What an amazing viewing figures. Thank you to all of you. And I know when you've been back at work as well, sometimes I look at the views and think over the weekend, has it dropped off a little bit? And then bless you all. But time you just keep, the time you get time to look at your iPads and your phones and stuff, I see the numbers creeping up. And that's just on Facebook as well. Obviously, I even put the Instagram figures in there or on our podcast as well. We've got some exciting news tonight to tell you about Barber's Arms as well, which is going to come up very shortly. Some real exciting news from me and Gaz. We're going to be let out of the box, which we've been talking about and promising, but that's going to be absolutely fantastic. And tonight's show is going to be amazing. We've got an amazing guest on. Me and Gaz are going to take you up to about 8:15, and then we've got an amazing guest, which is Frank Reimer from Thy Barber in London, Shoreditch. Frank's going to be joining us, which is going to be completely and utterly amazing. I love Frank. I love his work, and I can't wait to interview Frank tonight. Whoa! You fell off this bar tonight, guys. We're getting a bit of trouble. People have had a few drinks. Then we've got some cocktails off you, Gary. What's your cocktail for tonight?
We've got an old-fashioned tonight. It's absolutely one of my favourites. I've been introduced to it in a young lady in America, Tracy Roberts. One of my all-time favourites. I absolutely love it, but go down too easy. So we'll get back to that in a minute. Just like to give a big shout out to all the guys in America, North America, and who are having a hard time of it at the moment. Speaking to Cara and guys in California as well. They just gone back into lockdown or partial lockdown, Arizona. So it's hard times all around the world, you know, just because we're coming out of it. And I don't think we've seen the end of this, but, you know, there's going to be flare-ups all around the world. So big barber love to all the guys out there in North America that are come out of lockdown, and then unfortunately, you know, things have happened. So all the people that are watching us and usually watch us, big shout out there and barber love to you all.
Yeah, and we've got some great people who watch us every week, and hopefully we're crediting you guys that have watched us from day one. You know who you all are. You've got your top fans. Every week we mention you all, and tonight we'll go through them as well. Tonight we've got 3 fantastic local heroes, which is Rob Grosvenor, Jayne Middleton, and Jamal from Vagabonds. They're all going to be joining us as our local heroes. And me and Gaz will take you through to the finish of the show. Just to talk a little bit about some barber banter. The big announcement we've got is we've been saying about taking Barber's Arm live. This is episode 15. We've worked through the lockdown in the UK, and it's nice, you know. Obviously, you know, we've just seen Amel from India joining. It's 1 o'clock in the morning in India. I know we have lots of fans there from Brazil and Turkey and Greece. I know it's later for you guys, but cheers to you all. Thanks for joining us at Barber's Arms, all our global guests. But the big announcement, guys, is this. On the 7th of August, this August, 3 weeks from tonight, me and Gaz are going out. The first Barber's Arms to go live into a pub, into a bar, will be on the 7th of August. And the venue we've picked for this is no other than Johnny Barber's, the Barber Bar in Leeds City Centre, in Barber upstairs in his fantastic bar there with a little casino. We're offering as well maybe 15 to 20 guests tonight. So if you can screenshot the picture you see on your screen at the minute, screenshot that, share it, and then through our website, which is the barbersarms.co.uk. And you can also email us as well on barbersarms@thebritishbarbers.com. If you want to be on the show and come and watch in the live audience there, you can do that on the 7th of August, which is in Leeds. What do you think about that, Gaz? Are you excited?
Oh, man. Fantastic. It gets me out of work, doesn't it, as well? So what time are we meeting? Are we going to do it early so we can have pre-show drinks, are we?
Well, what I thought about as well, obviously on Zoom, it's not worked with the live music, but I've got Tom coming over to liven the audience up as well. So we'll have a little warm-up act. It's a bit like being on Parkinson when they had Peter Kay warming them up. We've got a little warm-up act there for the barbers who are going to be in there. We're going to have some nice drinks for everybody. So it'll be a free bar. We've got an actual barman on as well. She don't know yet, Rachel, but she's going to be flown in as well from Stoke to serve us all our drinks. Only kidding, Rach. But that promises to be a fantastic show. You know, we're going to try and get a local Yorkshire barber to interview live that night. And obviously we'll have Johnny Barber in the house as well, which is going to be fantastic to have that character again back onto Barber's Arms as well. So that's on the 7th of August. As I said, I'll give you the, we'll keep popping it up tonight, guys. But when you see that screen as well, if you screenshot it, share it. And then obviously if you want to email us at the Barber's Arms @britishbarber.com, you can do that. If you want to come and see me and Gaz live, be really close up on Barber's Arms, you can see what happens before the show and halfway through the show. And you can endure Gaz with his shots. Talking of shots, are we ready for a pre-shot drink?
Well, I started earlier. I've been for a quick and on my way home from work today. I got a free spot, so I'd just like to give a shout out to the lads in Scrimmies. I've been to the lads who have missed so much. First time on a Friday, so it's Oggy, Gareth, Grant, Dog Pup, and all the lads out there. Jeffrey, Bruiser. So I've had a quick sneaky one on the way in from work, but I thought you'd never asked. I'm on this cinnamon whiskey Fireball from Canada again tonight.
I'm on my last drags of Patron, so and I'm ready for a drink tonight. So cheers to everybody. Let's have a little shot on episode 15 of Barber's House.
Cheers. Love it. But also quickly, just while we've got 2 minutes before Frank comes on. We've got 5 minutes. A great friend of ours, and I know a colleague and a great friend of yourself. Joff, birthday yesterday, and he's looking well as well. He's in transformation. I think everybody's seen he posted it yesterday, but happy birthday to Joff. Great guy, lovely fella. Great, he's in a good place at the moment. So absolutely fantastic to see him. Fit as a butcher's dog, I could say.
Looking fantastic, isn't it? I've been obviously speaking to him over lockdown. He started it just before lockdown, but you know, on our group chat at Wahl, sometimes I really like, oh, I'm shattered, my feet are in foot spars. It's at 8 o'clock at night, and Joff just like, I feel okay. I've just done a 6-mile run and I've just got back off my bike, and I think it makes everybody feel a bit sick. But you know, 49th birthday, he'll not be worried about that. I've told everybody that. He looks fantastic. He's in best shape for his life. Great kid, great barber. So congratulations to Joff. Happy birthday to you, pal. And I think one of his proteges is Frank as well. So maybe Frank can shed a little bit of light about his relationship with Joff as well. I know Frank's got some funny stories to tell us tonight. I know he'll have his whiskey bottle ready. Even as he's driving into the car park, he'll be doing it. Obviously, he'll not be driving. He'll probably be chauffeur driven by his beautiful Canadian wife. But he'll have had a few little shots of whiskey on the way in. So I'm looking forward to speaking to him. Perfect.
Talking to Joff and you know, guys in that part of the world, have you spoke to any local barbers in Barnsley or you know, round about where you are? How's things going up there? Have you got a feel for it or not?
Yeah, I think, you know, generally, as I said, I think on the 4th of July, when everybody opened up, people were queuing outside doors, even because obviously, even though they got appointments, some of the shops weren't geared up in terms of, because they put like different seating areas in and the meter apart, you couldn't fit everybody in. So people still standing outside. You've gone past shops where they've even had the Brolly's logoed up with I think it's great. Do you know what? I'm so proud of this industry that, you know, if you'd have said to these barbers maybe in January, you're going to have to buy some Brolly's that's logoed up. The only problem they've got in Barnsley is most people fucking nick them anyway. So they had loads of Brolly's outside shops, but then now you go past and there's one Brolly between 8 people. But luckily, weather's been all right, so don't worry. We'll get some Wahl Brolly's done for everybody.
Hey, talking about nicking things, this shirt tonight. Have you seen? Can you see my shirt? It's a little number I picked up in Dubai. This is the reason I'm wearing this tonight. This is start of my annual holiday tonight. If things were normal, I know we're far from normal, but this would have been the start of my annual summer holiday today. I should have been flying out to our house in Spain now and having a bit of sun on my back. But the reason I've got this shirt on, Mr. Eric Lander, we did a show in Dubai, and just very quickly, we got there middle of the night. We picked the bags up, got to the hotel. We threw the bags on the bed. I looked at my bag and I said, I don't usually put a lock on my bag. You know, you travel a lot, so you never lock your bag, do you? Because if you go to the States, they just break them open. So I said, I don't usually put a lock on my bag. Oh, shit, this isn't my bag. So I looked at the bag. I couldn't get in it. Went straight back to the airport, and all as he did was piss himself. I'm fretting like mad. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, I'm going to have to borrow some of your clothes for tomorrow. We're not working tomorrow. So this is how I ended up with this shirt. This is his shirt. He'll deny it. I don't care what he says, but this is his shirt. I mean, he has got some bad taste in clothes. I don't know if you've seen any of his podcasts or his shows through lockdown. But so thank you very much, Mr. Eric Land. I love you. And but do you know what he did? Instead of saying, "Oh, I'll run you back to the airport," or I'll sort it out for. All he did is took a photograph of me and put it on Facebook straight away, saying, knob Eddie has picked the wrong bag up. I mean, that's not very nice, is it? You know what I mean?
No, it can be a bit like that, Eric. If you're watching Grow Up, it's not. I couldn't hear most of that, Gaz. Your volume. I don't know if it's your volume that's low or your fucking shirt's too loud. I don't know which were. I was struggling between both. I couldn't hear you. If I'd have known you were putting your best shirt on, I would have put my disco shirts on for tonight. I'd have put a bit of flavor music on to get into the mood. But yeah, I think a lot of people are saying about holidays as well, and you know that's another thing. I've seen a few barbers that have gone away that had holidays booked and they've managed to go away, but I think it's going to be a bit tough for everybody. We've got Michael Belcher as well joining us from the National Association of Barbers Board in America. So that's good. You know, I think somebody just sent me a message saying you've got some holes in your shirt. That's the design of it. So there's holes here, and there's holes here, and there's holes down here. It's not that I'm struggling. It's the design of it. If you have a look on All Saints, you'll see there. Here's the design of the shirt. Now, joining us in Barber's Arms, episode 15, 17th of July. Remember, we're going out live on the 7th of August, so this is fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the one and only Mr. Frank Reimer from Thy Barber. Frankie, baby, how you doing?
All right, mate. How are you? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, loud and clear, baby.
Nice one. How are we all? All good?
Yes.
Very well, Frank. How are you? You all right, mate?
I'm great, mate. Thanks, mate. How are you?
Very good. What are you drinking?
I've got some Wild Turkey Long Branch tonight.
Oh, baby.
Let's just get that in there. One of my favourites. So I got sent this actually by the guys at Wild Turkey to get me through lockdown, but I didn't actually drink any of it. So I thought it's a good time to start opening it.
Well, you've gone from wild turkey then, from cold turkey. So we'll come on to that a little bit in a short while, Frank. We've got lots of things to talk to you about. We've dropped the guest down to one tonight because we want to keep the focus on one guest, and then me and Gaz can chew the fat with what's happening in the industry as well. So, Frank, just in a minute or two, just sum up, tell the audience who's going to be watching us. Bear in mind now we're averaging between 250 and 400,000 views a week globally. So just tell our followers and fans a little bit about Frank Reimer.
Okay. I hate doing these quick sum ups. I've been in the industry for about 17 or 18 years now. I started my career doing hairdressing, so I moved into barbering a little bit later than a lot of people. But yeah, I started off just as a normal assistant, kind of worked my way up as we all do. You know, sweeping the floor, doing it the old-fashioned way for next to nothing. And then I just kind of started finding a little bit of love for doing a bit of editorial work. So I kind of started to kind of progress, moving that way. And then because I'm from Kent, you see, so I'm from Maidstone. I'm not from London. So I actually moved up here about 10 years ago to pursue my career, to start doing some more creative work. And I found a really cool little shop down in Soho called Tommy Guns, which changed its name while I was there. And yeah, it was one of those things where it just kind of moved into doing some editorial, I did a bit of catwalk. But then because it's like I was in Soho and because of that area, I ended up just doing mainly men's hair. So when I was doing 45-minute appointments and I was doing, you know, we had room for doing women's hair all the time. So, but I was like mainly doing back-to-back men's hair all day. And I was end up doing like 15-minute gap in between every customer. So I thought I'm going to make the most of my time and go work in a barbershop, and kind of the story kind of really just moved on from that. So after my first barbershop, I've worked in a few around the country doing some guest spots, and then it was just about time to open up my first shop. I'm actually now on my second location, but we moved the first location into the new spot now. So yeah, it's been a fun ride. I've done a lot of cool stuff, and I've met a lot of cool people, and I'm really grateful. So yeah, I'd say that's a good sum up.
Yeah, it is.
Frank, I think that's really important. Something you said right at the beginning, and I think a lot of people forget this. We have to start at the bottom, and we have to, you know, from a lot of young people who are out there, apprentices and people who really, really want to get into the industry, they have to remember that we don't all start on £1,000 a week, and you know, we hear all these stories, but you have to start at the bottom. You're cleaning, you're fetching, you're carrying, you're being an assistant. That's all part and parcel of the job, mate, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I wasn't allowed to touch hair for a year in the shop that I started out in. and I was earning £250 a month. So, I mean, it was 18 years ago. I know times have changed a little bit, but do I agree with some of the changes? Not all of them, but yeah, I mean, I think people are trying to rush it too much now. They're trying to get qualified too quick. They're trying to open up shops too quickly. And I think people just need to slow down. Like, we're on this earth for quite a while. You don't have to try and grab everything so quickly. Like, live a little bit before you go opening up a shop too quickly, because once you open up a shop, trust me, your time goes very, very quickly. So people just need to slow down a little bit and enjoy like working in other shops and having these guest spots and being able to meet cool people and, take whatever you can in from the industry, because it's only going to make you a better person and a better barber or hairdresser. So that's my opinion.
And you've got to learn the craft as well, haven't you? It is a craft. We are a profession, but what we have to do is as well. There's a lot of people out there that, like you say, want to progress too quickly. We have to learn the craft and come across all the problems and all the different hair textures, hair problems, the limiting factors. We have to do a certain amount of time to come across all those things, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, and like, you guys have been in the industry long enough to know that, say, you can pretty much feel confident to tackle most hair types when they come into a shop or you're on a shoot, because you've got the experience in all of those different hair types, different growth patterns, different face shapes. So it's because of the experience, you become a lot more efficient at your job. So, people just need to slow down and learn it. I mean, any tradesman, doesn't matter whether you're a hairdresser or a plumber or, working in, doing as an electrician, it takes around 10 years to master a craft. So that's my opinion on it anyway. I mean, a lot of people can disagree with me, but that's my opinion on it.
No, I agree with you as well. It's not just about learning all the cuts and stuff. I think once you're ready to work on shop floor, I think that's when you start learning how to be a barber or an hairdresser, the etiquette, the customer service, the things that, you spoke about when me and you were part of that production that we did a couple of years ago. It doesn't seem like a couple of years ago, but it's the lifestyle. I think that's one of the things that we've noticed with you is I remember you being on the Super Taper Cordless advertisement. That's the first time I kind of come across you. And before it started to be cool to be a barber or dress like barbers used to, you were doing it anyway. It was just a lifestyle for you. Where we looked at you and think, wow, he looks cool, but you weren't doing it to be cool. You did it because that's what it felt right to do.
I just like fun shit. I mean, that's I like old fashioned stuff. I mean, I think you are right. There was a big movement that was happening around that time, but I've learned to really appreciate that. At the time, I was actually kind of like hating it a little bit because I was like, oh, everyone's just jumping on the bandwagon. But realistically, this whole love of vintage, what's actually happened is everyone started really enjoying like homemade stuff again. Like you got the candlestick makers, you got the bread bakers, and like you're all this artisanal things. They're all alive again. And these are things I think that like not just the country, but the world was missing for a long time because, okay, yeah, we can get now everything on our doorstep within a day, but people were missing that home crafted or self-crafted product. And I think people are starting to realize that they want that again over the last kind of, I would say 8 years. And people are getting really passionate about homemade stuff again or self-made things. So I think it's just really good to see the world kind of going back a little bit because it's supporting the little guy again,
Well, Frank, you were saying before you came on tonight, your shop were open till 8 tonight, but we've got some barbers who are still working or are watching this in their shops right now, which is fantastic. This is what Barbers Arms were all about. So welcome Jim Williams from Wales. Jim the Trims joined us. Ray Simmons up in Scotland. Ray, I think you've done a great job getting fighting the flag for Scotland, and I've been watching your Facebook posts. You're trying to give out the right information. You've tried to be the father there to help them and guide them and be a person who they can listen to. And I think you're coming on the show next week as well as one of our local heroes. And Steve Bean down there in Stoke-on-Trent. Steve's still working away in his shop and watching us tonight. Gary, what do you think about that? People watching while they're working.
Unbelievable, fantastic. I think that's always been part of what we were trying to get anyway. I mean, obviously this show was for lockdown, but it's longer than that. We're going to take it around the country and hopefully people are going to be watching. Personally, at 8 o'clock at night, I don't want to be working. I don't know about you, Frank. I think we do enough hours in the day, but these are unprecedented times. People are actually getting customers in whenever they can, clients in whenever they can. So it's great to see. We finish at 7 on a Friday. So I don't know about you, Frank. Have you increased your hours, Frank, because of what's happened with COVID-19, or have you changed your opening hours?
Yeah, so I mean, not a lot, to be honest with you. We've always been 10 to 8 during the week. So we're normally Tuesday to Friday, 10 to 8. We are open Saturday and Sunday, 10 till 6, because where we're in Shoreditch, and we're literally just off Brick Lane. So Brick Lane Market's like one of the most famous vintage markets in the world. So for us as a business, it would be stupid not to open up on that day. But with everything that's going on, obviously we're normally a half-hour appointment. We don't wash hair in our shop. We're kind of very traditional, just spray down and cut. But what we've done, and we're already really, really hygienic in the shop. I make it a really valid point. So we haven't really changed our regime, except for the fact that we're letting all of our cleaning products sit on surfaces for 10 minutes extra. So everything's getting pulled off and sprayed down and wiped. So we've got the disinfectant and sanitization happening. So therefore, we're now doing less appointments in the days. I've also got quite strict social distancing rules. So we've gone down from 4 chairs to 2 on the main floor. And then I've actually put a separate station in the basement for anyone who's immune compromised or elderly. So if anyone feels really unsafe at the moment, they can phone ahead of time, and we can put them downstairs so they feel nice and safe. So, but because of the 45-minute gap, all my boys are on commission, you see. So what I've done is I've extended the day. So on the weekends, it's now 10 till 7, just to fit in that extra 1 client at the end of the day. And now we're open on a Monday as well. So the boys are doing an extra day a week just to make sure. So, and because of the limited space, I've had to decrease my hours so that my boys can actually make sure that they get their full hours and their full commission, which has been good for me because it means I've actually had time to focus on some other cool projects this week. So that's actually been really, really beneficial for us as a business as well.
Guy feels that happy. He's wore his Hawaiian shirt tonight. After he counted all the money this week, he thought, fuck it, I'm feeling in a really hot mood. Let's have some cocktails. Let's have some expensive cocktails. Let me get my Hawaiian shirt on and boogie the night away.
I'm surprised Mr. Frank that up.
Frank, he's a tit. You know he's a tit. So you just take notice, don't you? So you've been around him long enough. So
we've been around the world.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about some funny stories, actually. When I asked Frank about his funny story, I hope he's going to tell him one of the best funny stories that I've ever had while I've been abroad, which... it
depends if you like to swear or not, Simon.
Wait, you do how you want. We just had a message in from Gary Jackson saying he's the happiest man alive. Our first 2 weeks have gone so well. Last week was nothing like his experience in the last 34 years. Obviously, Gary he started in the business when he was 40, so he's up to 74 now. Marie's been on front of desk taking temperatures, singing some tracks as well as she's been doing that. She's been doing track and trace, answering the phone. Staff have been brilliant and gone way above their duty. So congratulations to Mr. Jackson, one of our big fans. Him and Marie have done a great job out there in Ireland. So again, a great story that you've done really, really well. So well done. I'm reading some feeds here that's coming in. It's just so, I'm trying to talk to you guys. I'm reading some feeds and it sometimes makes me laugh. I can't help it. It's just funny.
Frank, listen, I know you travel a lot as well. I know you, ultimate professional. You're very similar to us. You're very traditional. You love the traditional barbershop feel. But I know you travel a lot as well. And we heard earlier that you've got a Canadian connection now.
I do, yeah. My wife's Canadian.
So have you been traveling over to Canada?
Yeah, actually quite a lot. So me and my wife were doing long distance for quite a while, actually. We were together for a few years and then her visa actually ran out. So I was going back and forth every 6 weeks to see her, and she's listening in the background somewhere. So I've got to get this right. I think we were doing long distance for about 2.5 to 3 years. So that was
cool. Where's she from?
She's from Ontario, so a town called Kitchener-Waterloo.
All right. So with the BBA, we've travelled all over North America, and we've done a lot of work in Canada. So she's not French Canadian then. She's not one of those hot women that blow her top on a regular basis then. No. She's from Ontario, very calm. But yeah, I've worked a lot out there as well, which has been great because obviously through her I've met tons of people, and then
I've managed to do a ton of like charity work out there, which has been cool. And I've done a lot of North America as a whole as well, because I've got some great friends out there that are just really willing to be honest with you, bend over backwards just to help us. One of the guys out there actually paid for me to do a course out there just so I could see my wife the weekend after, just to help out because money was tight that week, like that month. So, I mean, you know, they're a really, really great bunch of people out there. But yeah, the work experience out there as well has been awesome. It's not work, but it's you know, teaching is you know, is free.
Excuse me, if you talk to Trevor, it's definitely work when we go over there. Definitely work. So if you don't ever say that. It's always work.
I don't want to sound cliche, but I don't know. Cutting hair isn't work for me, you know. And I don't hate that. I know it's so bullshit for a lot of people, but like I feel like I get paid to do a hobby. So you know, I find it a lot of fun to cut hair and teach. I love teaching as well. Teaching is one of my main passions. So sharing knowledge is, you know, knowledge is power. So
I know I've met you over there a few times, and we've seen you in different places. You know Matty Conran very well, don't you? This is one of the guys that's you've done a collaboration with.
Yeah, good friend of mine, Matty. Yeah, we've worked together on a couple of things. I did a couple of things with his brand, actually at Barber Connect last year. Was it? No, it wouldn't have been last year. I can't even remember the years now. They're all kind of molding into one. And I've done some stuff, obviously, with Wahl. But yeah, of course, it's just yeah, every time I travel, I just seem to run into him. He's just everywhere.
Hopefully we can get him on the show. He's a really hard-working guy who travels all over North America. I think he does as many flights as you, Simon, you know, over the year. But from your point of view with education, what do you do education in the UK then? What is it? I know you've got the Wahl connection as well. What's your role there?
So I was brought on originally to do the men's method, which was a really great opportunity. And it kind of, for me, was a great foot in the door. And it was actually Joff who recommended that I talk to Simon. So me and Simon already knew each other, but Joff was kind of the man in the middle to kind of make us really start talking. And that's when that kind of relationship really started to kind of blossom, Simon?
Yeah, and I think Frank starred on our 100-year anniversary video, which, you know, looking back, you know, I've been with Wahl 21 years, but to be part of the 100-year anniversary video, when I spoke to Frank about him coming out to film that, he jumped at the chance straight away, because it's one of them things that you will look back in your career and say, that's probably, at the time it was hard work, but we had a great week there, and we're going to lead into that in a minute for some funny stories. But it's one of those things, you look at your career, guys, and you'll say, you know, I was part of the Wahl anniversary video, and it was a great week. It wasn't topped off very well because England lost the semi-final to Croatia. We had a good drink, and I know Gary's going to talk. He's dedicated his cocktail tonight to you based on that afternoon. But Frank, start off with just tell us a nice, funny story from some of your travels. Before we do that, can we all have a shot, please? Gary's been sneaking shots in. Now, what will happen on the 7th of August when we go live at the Barber Bar in Leeds, at Johnny Barber's Barber Bar in Leeds City Centre. He's got a beautiful bar upstairs. That's the first Barber's Arms to go live. Gary, and don't forget to screenshot this, guys, as well. So you've got the information. And when you screenshot it, you'll obviously get a chance to be one of the live audience that night, but also as well, you can join us. So you can email us on the Barber's Arms at thebritishbarbers.com if you want to be part of that live show. Don't forget to share it as well on your different social medias. A little bit of tequila. This is my second and probably second from last one that I'm going to do, because they're very, very large ones tonight. I'm not messing around. We're here all week. Cheers, Frank.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, Frank. Frank, yeah, I bet you're used to drinking this, aren't you, over in Canada?
Fireball. Oh yeah, I've done a bottle of that to myself in one night. It was awful.
Do you know, Gary give me some when me and Gary give me some of it, and do you know what? I really enjoyed that. It's kind of one of those, you know, when you get to America and Canada, you've got the cinnamon Tic Tacs and the cinnamon chewing gum and stuff. it kind of gets that aftertaste, doesn't it? You know, it's kind of nice. I do like that.
Have you ever tried the cinnamon toothpaste?
No.
No.
Fucking weird. But
Not as weird as you admitting it live in front of 500,000 people. Right. Tell us.
What do you want to?
Story.
The story. So, all right, okay. I've got to get my story mode on. Yeah. So obviously, Simon invited me out to Chicago to do the 100-year anniversary shoot, and I flew in quite late. Simon was already in town and stuff, and then so I get to the hotel room, and the rooms are like they were really nice rooms, but they were connected by this weird door right in the middle of the room, which I hear now is fire safety. And I tested it out, and it was locked and stuff, and it was fine. And I thought that was really strange. Anyway, so I tried to get to sleep, and obviously we've got a 6-hour time difference, so it's quite difficult to try and get to sleep anyway, as it is. And then at about 3 a.m, I can hear this idiot whistling next door, and if I can remember the tune correctly, it's just repeating over and over and over and over again, to the point where I actually screamed, "Shut the fuck up!" Anyway, I'm downstairs the next morning. I'm going for a swim, and then like as I'm swimming around, Simon pops into the pool area, and he's like, "All right, Frank, how are you, mate?" And I'm like, "Yeah, mate." He's like, "Did you sleep all right?" I went, "Yes, I slept all right." Some fucking cunt was next door, fucking smoking, like fucking doing this whistling. It really pissed me off. And he went, "Oh, mate, I know that would really annoy me. That would really piss me off." And anyway, I'll see you at breakfast. And as he walked off, he was like, and I just stood up in the pool, and I was like, "You."
Well, Gary, to tell you the truth, I think I said to him, "What room are you in?" He went 823, and at that point I knew I was in 825. I'd woke up I'd gone to bed early. I'd woke up quite early. Thought, right, I'm going to shave my hair, get my beard lined in. I noticed like England were playing that week. The song was "England fans in Russia, drinking all your vodka. England's going all the way."
Right,
and I was whistling it, and obviously it was I think people might be watching thinking that's not funny. At the time, guys, if you'd have seen Frank walk down to the pool with his head walking down, and it was so funny to think that I've not done it on purpose, but I was like quite chuffed with myself that had kind of happened. Frank, another question we have for you: who's been the biggest influence on your career?
Cool. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, Joff. Joff's been a mentor of mine for like the last couple of years. And, like, obviously, we're really good friends, but Joff's just got tons of experience in doing what he does, whether it's either just haircuts or running a successful business. So I opened up my business about 2014. I started 2015. We had our first kind of brick and mortar. And Joff has basically been my mentor the entire time. If I've got an issue or a bit of problem or any kind of question, he's the first person I call up, and he's always willing to give me advice. So, so not only have I got a great mentor, but I've got a great best friend out of it as well. So it's been awesome. But yeah, he's been one of my biggest influences because I've always looked up to him as a business owner. Yeah,
he's a good guy. He's getting a lot of airtime tonight, Gary. To be fair, Joff, should be charging him for the bastard thing, eh? I think if you were endorsed by Slim Fast or whatever diet program is being on, we'd be doing fucking thousands where he looks. He looks absolutely fantastic.
He does look great though, doesn't he?
Fantastic.
Don't give him too much grief. He's a nice guy, and it's his birthday, so we'll allow him that.
Frank, what would you, if you won the lottery, what would be the first thing that Frank Reimer would buy?
I would buy a 1978 Ford F250 with a 6-inch lift kit. So I would buy myself a really nice old-fashioned truck that isn't actually really worth that much money.
You know what? I just knew. I'd have put money on you saying something in the 1950s, to be honest. But I just knew you'd say something like that.
Yeah, they're not worth a lot of money, but I don't have the money to buy one right now. So that would be my first purchase, to be honest with you.
Frank, hang on. Can I just get a word in edgeways, please?
I was just going to ask you what you'd buy.
I don't know. I don't need to buy anything. I don't think. I don't know.
He's rich.
I tell you what, it'd be a really good night in the pub.
A few people are coming in saying new wardrobe. A few comments coming in there, Gaz, for you.
Okay. Thanks very much, Frank. Just quickly, I know you know everybody knows you on the circuit and everything, but can you just give our viewers? You've got a really original name for your barbershop, Vi Barber. How did that come about?
Yeah, so that's a weird one. So I don't really know how it came up, but what it was basically I really wanted something that was old-fashioned and old-timey. I love everything that's like Americana and North American, which I think is quite obvious. But what I really wanted was a name that was quite typically English, just because obviously being a Brit, and I'm still very patriotic about where I'm from. I wanted something that said Britain, and for me, Shakespearean is, you can't get more old-timey than that. And thy just translates quite simply as your. So it just quite simply means your barber. And I just really loved that. And then after I kind of come up with that name, I mean, I didn't really, I mean, I've seen that, a similar thing quite a lot, but I hadn't seen anyone using it for the barbershop. So once I picked that, I've actually seen quite a few art pieces as well with Love Thy Barber, like the same as Love Thy Neighbour. And I just thought it fit really, really well. Although really funny, still no one could bloody pronounce it, which I think is hilarious. Everyone calls us up saying, "Hi, is that Ty Barber?"
Ty. Well,
Ty.
they're expecting something else then, aren't they?
Yeah, happy ending. That's what they're expecting.
But yeah, I love it. I think it's a great name, and it's you know, for me it's easy to pronounce.
We cut you a long time. Frank, just looking at, you know, like the Thy Barber ethos and the brand as well, is how would you sum up, you know, like the kind of ethos of the business? What is Thy Barber all about? What's the experience people can expect?
I mean, for us, it's a traditional barbershop with traditional values, you know, and basically whatever you see on, it's a bit like kind of, you know, we do exactly what we say on the tin. It's traditional haircuts done in a traditional way. That's why I chose not to wash hair, because in a traditional barbershop, it would be spray down. The only modern thing that we really do is to take online bookings, and we are an appointment shop. And the reason I've done that is because we're in London and it's such a hectic place that it's also really good just to know what's coming through the door, because the beard trim services that we normally offer and the wet shave services that we offer, obviously they all have hot towels. So what we do is we use those. My mum's been visiting, she's saying goodbye. Bye. So what we normally do is at least we know exactly what's coming through the door, and we know how to prep the shop before obviously the day's started. So, but people know exactly what they come in, what to expect the moment they walk through the door. You know, the smell of the shop, you can smell old-fashioned cologne. We use old-fashioned incense, kind of musky smells. All the boys are in traditional white smocks, shirt and tie, or a Cuban collar. It's very kind of, I run quite a tight ship at the shop, and luckily I've got some really, really great staff at the moment that just really love what we do. And I think that shows on all the socials at the moment as well. So yeah, I'm really proud of the boys for kind of really portraying the brand the way I want to see it.
I like it, Gaz, do you?
Honestly, man after my own heart. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's very rare for somebody to come out and say that you just damp down and don't shampoo everybody. You know, they always criticise us for being like a poor cousin. Oh, it isn't a proper service because you don't shampoo. A lot of guys out there don't, you know, from a traditional barber point of view, we don't do that, do we? And I think that's fantastic. Fair play to you, mate, as well.
Thank you.
But I think from also, we're all in the same boat now, though. We've all had to go to appointment systems because of the situation. I think it's going to be that you'll have very few now that will be just walk-ins. Even if we go back to whatever was normal before, there'll be very few that will be just a walk-in system anymore because of what's happened and what we're going to have to implement for the next.
It's the new normal, isn't it? You know, I listened to David Walker's talk as well, and he was saying this is our new normal. I think that's the kind of phrase to take on. It's a new normal for everybody. Frank, we're running out of time, mate. I just looked at the producer's feed here and saying to us, you know, we need to wrap up. It seems to like 2 minutes since we've been talking to you, mate. Great interview tonight. Gary, I want to tell everybody tonight about sometimes as a football manager, and I look at always where I run my team at Wahl is, and I've got some of the best in world working for us. You make a signing sometimes and they'll not make an impact straight away. And Frank's been with us a couple of years. And a lot of fans in the stadium might say, what happened to that signing? And it takes sometimes people can start off like a straw fire. Sometimes people take time to work in. Frank, I was in a call today. And you know, I spoke to you probably Monday morning about what was going to happen this year. But it came from two other sources at Wahl today about you in particularly. And I just want to tell the audience that this is going to be Frank Reimer's year. You're going to see him as one of the first names on the team sheet, and he's going to be a massive part of what we've got doing. He's got so much to offer. He's ready to do it now. And I'm really looking forward this year, Frank, to you blossoming under this role with Wahl. Lots of videos coming out. And, you know, I'm looking forward to everything that this year fetches you. I know it's been tough for everybody, but look, there's positives everywhere. 2021, 2020 is going to be a great year for Frank Reimer with Wahl. We always finish off Barber's Arms with a little bit of a profile. If you've watched the show, which I know you have, we want our audience to know a little bit about Frank Reimer, a little bit more personal. So here we go. Quick fire questions. Are you ready? Hold on to your hat. Frank, if you had to do one more haircut, last haircut you ever did, what would it be?
Long trim pompadour.
A long trim
Pompadour.
pomp. Okay. Frank, what's your favourite drink?
Whiskey. Old fashioned.
Oh, you're going to see one in a minute. What's your favourite food?
Buffalo wings.
That won't be at Weber Grill, would it, in Chicago?
Yeah.
Who would be your ideal dinner date?
My wife.
Gary, we need to get out on this. Gary, we need to get out on the road and man some of these people up, by the way. Frank, what's your favourite music?
Favourite music? Country.
Country music. Let me just ask you one little controversial question. If it weren't your wife, who else would you want to take out for a nice dinner date?
A nice dinner date? Well, do you know what? I don't want to make it a date.
Who would you go out for dinner with?
Well, I'd go out with Sam Elliott and have a right old chat. I don't know if anyone knows who he is, but he's my idol. I bet he's got some right stories.
Who is he?
He is he's a Western actor. He was in like Tombstone. He's like one of my favourite actors.
Wow. Frank's been a pleasure. Frank Reimer on Barber's Arms episode 15. Frank's last haircut that he would do would be a long trim pompadour. He'd be having a glass of whiskey, whatever kind of whiskey that were, probably an old fashioned. He'd be eating some buffalo wings because that's his favourite food. He'd be doing all of this with his beautiful Canadian wife, and he'd be listening to some nice country music. And if his wife were busy that night, he'd be with the old Western actor Sam Elliott. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Reimer from Thy Barber in Shoreditch. Frank, top man, top guest.
Frank Reimer, you're a legend, mate. Thank you very much for being with us. Thanks for giving us your time.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you having me on the show as well. It's been a blessing. Thank you so much.
See you later, mate.
Frankie. Wow, guys, listen, that went so quick tonight.
35 minutes within a blink of an eye. So quick.
So quick, nearly as quick as you got ready with that shirt tonight without looking at mirror. Don't forget, me and Gary, the Mixmeister, will be coming out live for our first going out Barber's Arms, going live into our first bar, which is going to be the Barber Bar in Barber in Leeds, no other than Johnny Barber's fantastic bar upstairs in his Leeds branch. Please share this, click the photograph, do a screenshot of the photograph, Share it as well, please, if you can. And if you're interested in being part of that show and coming in on the live audience as well, you can email us on barbersarms@thebritishbarber.com. So that's for the information there. Also, as well, on our website for all the information, which is thebarbersarms.co.uk. You can watch us on there as well. And Simon Shaw on my Instagram, Simon Shaw Wahl, and Gaz's is the British Barber. They're our Instagram accounts as well for you all to keep clicking, looking at the information. 824,000 people have watched the last 3 episodes. That's just on Facebook. Me and Gaz are so appreciative to everybody that's watching this amazing show. All our fans are around the world, Gary.
Unbelievable.
Watches every week.
Unbelievable, mate. And we thank all the guests that've been on previous. Mr. Sam Wahl and Don and Bill last week. They were great guests, weren't they, as well? I forgot to, bring them on early on when we started the show today, but we are so appreciative of all the guests that have been on. They've been fantastic anyway. Frank, I know you know him very well. I know I've met him quite a few times. Lovely fella. He's got a great shop in Shoreditch. What a lovely guy, as usual. I know I keep saying this, but we have some lovely guests, don't we, all the time? I don't think we've had a single guest on there I don't particularly like, and they've all brought something to the show that's been fantastic.
I think you're right, Gaz. I think, we've picked some really nice people to be on there, some leading names in the industry. It's now extending out as well where, not just in the UK, but, lots of people tonight viewing us from America, Australia, Canada, Turkey, just to name a few. India as well, one of our main fans out there. We've got Jawed and we've got Amil who are watching us from India, which is fantastic as well. Great following in India. It's going to be great to go to Barber in Leeds in the Barber Bar. But we are then after that every week we're going to be going out live hopefully. So if you want to host this as well, some of the places which we're going to share with you after we've had a look at Gary's cocktail and some of the local heroes, we will share again the different sites for you to look at and communicate with us at Barber's Arms so you can be part of our amazing journey.
Right. So we've got cocktail time. I've got my bar lady waiting in the wings. What we've got is an old fashioned, but what it is for me is this is a memory from in Georgia. There's a lady that I met training a long time ago, Tracy Roberts. She used to work for Van Michael, but she's got her own salon at the moment, and she's in Cartersville in Georgia. She introduced me to this drink and introduced me to ladies carrying guns in the purse. So that's another story though, but it's one of those. So we need 1 glass with ice in. What we're doing is we've got bourbon. We've got a young lady who's going to pass me some ice in 1 minute because she's just been lacking in her timing. No, thank you. She's just turned up. She's very good. She usually. So we just got a little teaspoon of water in our mix, and this is an old fashioned. It's if you can imagine. There's not many ingredients, so we need a teaspoonful of water. We need some muddled sugar, which when we talk about muddled sugar is it's actually ground, so it's not too bad. So it adds the sweetness. And then we have 3 dashes of Angostura. So this Angostura, it's bitters. So we give it 1, 2, 3.
Can we see? Can you move your camera a bit so we can see it? We can't see if you sit up or change your angle slightly on your.
Hang on 2 seconds. We're just adjusting. Can you see that?
Yeah, we can see it. You've got to be careful with that as well, aren't you?
So years ago, in 1804 or something, this was an actual medicine, I think, something like that. I thought it was just, when you talk about bitters, I thought it was just a tonic or something, but it's actually alcoholic, this is.
Yeah,
so give you a couple of slugs in there. So
can we see the glass?
Yeah, it's in the glass. So we put that in the glass there with ice. So also we've got a teaspoon of muddled sugar. So we put that in as well. And then what we're going to do is is we've got 2 ounces of bourbon. So if you like, I'm strong, and really, if you're not going to drink it on its own, don't drink it. So you need good, really nice, proper bourbon. So I got this from Kentucky when I was working in Cincinnati. I was in the airport there, so we're going to tip that over. Nice.
Make it a double, Gaz. Make it a double. Knock yourself out. You're in your own house, so you're not paying for it. Come on, get it topped up.
Just be careful, because I know what's coming next. You're going to make me drink it in a water anyway. I know what you're getting. I know.
Absolutely. Come on, mate. You've got to do it.
So now,
as well with you.
We've got some orange peel there. Just going to run it around the rim of the glass, going straight in. Little now, just put it in there. Oh, baby. Tracy, you would be proud. And to Frank, this is your favourite drink. Love it. But hey, and it hasn't cost you $80 either.
Yeah, it didn't cost him. It cost me in America. But the Gaz is doing it in one, an old fashioned for all you people in Stoke-on-Trent. I'll have a little shot in Barnsley, all you Barnsley people and Yorkshire people. Are we all ready? Good health to you, Gaz.
Love you, baby. Oh. Beautiful.
It's been quite heavy tonight, lads. This is hard work sometimes, you know.
Do you know
I never
what?
thought we'd be working where we were. We would be drinking. We had to drink for part of a show. I think it's going to be the future when we get back on stage at Selling International that I'll not be able to do it without having some tequila outside of me. But everything's non-alcoholic. We do advocate though, make sure that you always drink safely and sensibly. Get the dream job like me and Gaz, where you're getting paid to have a drink live, which is fantastic. So yeah,
what? Hey, what a drink! Fantastic, nice. Man. Oh.
You know, there's only a few ingredients, like you said, but sometimes I've had an old-fashioned, and some are better than the others. It's where they're prepared. I think if you go for an old-fashioned and somebody fetches you within like 30 seconds or a minute, you think that's not going to be right. I want to watch them go through all of that as well. So that's it. We're going to come back very, very shortly with our local heroes coming up next, guys, which is really, really good. Yeah. Don't forget tonight as well, when you see the advertisement coming up for mine and Gary's first going out presentation, Barber's Arms is going to be live in Leeds, in Yorkshire, at the Barber Bar, which is at Johnny Barber's Barber in Leeds. That's on the 7th of October. When you see the screenshot as well, don't forget to click it and share it so you get a screenshot of it. And then if you fancy being part live of that show, get with me and Gaz in Leeds, and I'm sure we'll have a couple of drinks afterwards as well. You can email us on barbersarms@britishbarbers.com. Gaz, are you ready for a toilet break?
I'm ready when you are, baby.
Everybody, all the success. We can do this. Let's stay safe, guys. We can smash this. Good luck, everyone. Love you.
Wishing everybody all the very best on Barber's Arms.
Well, hi from the middle of Canada. We've been back at work for about 7 weeks now. Everything's going great, and I hope everything goes good for you guys over there. Cheers.
Cheers.
To say well done, everybody, getting back to your first week in England. Brilliant, and well done for Ireland as well. And I believe the Wales are waiting for their guidelines. So we've got ours, and we'll be all back working on Wednesday, the 15th, and all systems go. So good luck to everybody, and hopefully we get through this safely and as quickly as possible. Ray Simon's out.
What's up, guys? It's the British Barbers American mascot, Bobby Thompson here. Just want to say congratulations on being back. Welcome back. Do what you do best. Make people feel great. Talk soon.
How are you, fellas? Everybody there? Simon, are you back? I don't think he is. But
Thank you.
Thank you for all the people around the world there for wishing us all the very best. Bobby and all the guys over there done a great job. They've got it back into the salon. Hopefully they're going to stay there for a little while as well, because in uncertain times in the States. But we give it. Nice to see a few familiar faces there, Simon.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice to see everybody. So it was really nice that to get that little interlude off everybody. I tell you what, I don't know about everybody else. If you've been having shots tonight, get messaging in, everybody. Tell us what you're drinking tonight. I know Gaz is on Nuki. He's been having some cheeky shots as well, but I can definitely feel those tequilas because I'm burning up. That's why I've got holes in my jumper, just to let out the fresh air. But yes, I'm feeling him a little bit, Mr. Machin, tonight.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think I've got all the ingredients just to make sure that everybody doesn't know that I'm actually doing this off the cuff. I think I'm going to have another old fashioned. Just another little couple of slugs there, and a little couple of slugs here, and a little bit in there. I'm just going to get another bit of orange in there. I've had another old fashioned, so to all the very best.
Good Elf. I'm not gonna go into evil games and have another shot of tequila because I've got to finish off this show. You've got to keep drinking one as well. Well done, pal. So fair play. Do you know what? I'm dreading it, and I'm going to say this to Trevor and Jackie who are watching it as well. Please help me. Send me a life jacket or something for when we're in Leeds, because I know we could have a few pre-drinks before we go out live in Leeds. But it promises to be a great night, that, Gary. I'm really looking forward to it. We've been talking about it for probably in week 3 that this would go on to be. And that's down to you guys, everybody who followed us, everybody who's been watching us and viewing us. You can see there from around the world how big now and how much it's going to continue. Got some great news coming up in the next couple of weeks, major associations that we're going to be tying in with people. And we've got some fantastic, things coming up as well with different exciting projects that the Barber's Arm's going to launch for the first time to the British audiences as well, which is going to be amazing. So we're really looking forward to everything that's happening on Barber's Arms, Gary.
Do you know what? The thing is, the best... Oh, hang on. I think we've got somebody at the door. Robert, are you there? Robert?
He's doing his hair.
Robert, are you there?
Here we go.
He's here. Mr. Robert Grosvenor, how are you, sir? From Headmasters Barbers. Turn your audio on.
Robert, are you there? Well, he's trying to get his audio on. While he's trying to get his audio on, guys, he's already looks like he's in a sporty mood as well with his Adidas top on. We've got to be careful with these barbers coming on, making sure they're not endorsed by any of these companies to slash their favourite brands on this show. Rob, if you can hear us, or if anybody can message Rob as well, you've just got to click your audio button, Rob.
Are you ready? No.
Rob's taking it back to I think he's got influenced by Frank as well, so he's gone to silent movies in 50s.
We'll go to our next hero. Jayne, are you there? Could only happen to us, couldn't it? Jayne? Robert? Jayne, are you ready?
Jayne, are you there?
Jayne, can you hear me?
Hi.
Wait,
oh.
we have lift off.
How are you, Jayne? All right?
Hi, guys. I'm just going to turn you up a bit. I can't hear you very well. Oh, yeah.
Turn your volume up.
That's it. All sorted. All good
Fantastic.
here. How's everybody there?
We're very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, good. Had a busy day, so nice to wind down. In the bowl, you too.
So for our viewers on Barber's Arms, where are you, Jayne, and who are
I'm in
you?
Whitley Bay on the coast.
And
all the way up to Newcastle.
And what's your barber shop called?
At GHFM.
GHFM. And how are you? Everything's good? You had a busy
Yeah,
week?
I mean, I did enjoy being off, I'm not going to lie. I like that I had choices, but it's amazing being back at work and it's going so smoothly. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. Have you been working yourself today?
Yeah, finished at 7 o'clock tonight, so rushed straight home and we got in here. So what changes have you had to make in your barbershop then? Are you going to give us a little walk around or not?
Yeah, okay, then I'm just going to, so we're part of another business, so we've sort of slotted in on the edge here. So we've got a lot of, I don't know if you can see, we've got a lot of uni strut. That's my choices of tools. That's my workbench. I'm friends with a great surfer who did this bench and put some razor blades in. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Nice. What's your favourite clipper, Jayne?
Do you know what it is? I turn to this one all the time because it doesn't let us down. I turn to it all the time. I love it.
Was
Do you
it
agree with
Ronseal?
Yes.
That's our 100. Is that our 100-year anniversary?
Yeah.
Clipper? Beautiful.
Yeah, my favourite.
Good.
I mean, my life changed in the barbering world when they went cordless anyway. So I was so overwhelmed with them. But then when this came out, I mean, I've got the senior and I do love the senior. But at the moment, this is my go-to.
Love it. Yeah, I think everybody who's got the 100-year anniversary clipper, they're a collector's item, them as well. So.
Oh, yes, I've saved the box and everything.
Yeah,
That's
well,
all
maybe
good.
if you hold on to that in 5 years' time, it'll be worth more than what you paid for it. I mean,
do you think?
When we launched that, I think it came out first in the UK, and I think people were buying them and selling them on to, you know, make a few quid on it as well. So yeah, I think it definitely will be. It's definitely.
I got it in the I don't know if Gary can remember, but I was down at October. I did a wet shave demonstration with the British Barbering Association, and I bought them when I was down there in London. So I've just loved them ever since.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's work been for you, Jayne? How's it been since you've gone back?
Well, I changed. I've been with Booksy for about 2 years now, more or less. So what I did was I cut all my services out, so you couldn't book a cut and blow dry or dry cut. I've actually booked time slots. So you come in for half an hour, and in that half an hour, I wash the hair, they come over, they have it cut, and also I have to disinfect the shop in that half hour so they all understand. So by doing that, it's been an absolute doddle. Really enjoyed it. And I've never been so appreciated in my life. It's like everybody has a moment when I'm cutting the hair, they kind of go really quiet, so to go, oh, I have missed this so much. It's just a lovely time to be working, really.
Nice.
Do you know what, Jayne? Do you know what, Jayne? I think that's been, you know, all around the country. It's been a fantastic time to be a barber because people have appreciated us so much. And I think, you know, when you can't have something, when somebody tells you that you can't have something, you appreciate it so much more. And I do remember you as well because you were a great shaving finalist as well. So,
mind, I didn't shut up. I'm like guilty. I do not shut up. My husband doesn't say a word, but I speak for both of us. So yes, this is my products. So.
Oh, get it.
And now, are we talking?
Yeah.
So obviously I shampoo everybody's hair as well. So we use it. Actually, everybody loves that shampoo because it's like it invigorates the scalp as well. So I really like that.
Nice one.
Yeah. So
I think we're going to get Rob back in a few minutes, guys. I think he might have got his audio sorted out. Jayne, just a quick one before you leave us as one of our local heroes tonight. Have you enjoyed Barber's Arms?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, we love it. It's best part of our week.
Yeah, no, you like sort of like finish work, get your drink and chitty chatty.
Excellent.
Simon, how long have you been a barber for?
Oh, well, I'm originally an hairdresser, so I am an hairdresser, so I do both. But I've been with Wahl 20 years, and I've been hairdressing since 1985. So maybe 33, 34 years, maybe, is it?
Yeah.
I started when I was 4.
What about yourself, Gary? 4?
Very, very similar. He's just slightly older than me. So I've been, if he's 33, 34, I must be about 30, really.
Yeah, this is my 35th year of being a barber. I've been a barber for 35 years this year.
Wow.
Oh, you're a lot older than us then.
Yeah. You need a fringe, guys. Get a fringe.
Well, Jayne, it's been great to have you on Barber's Arms as one of our local heroes. Keep watching us, keep tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you again when we're on live. If we get near Whitley Bay, sounds like a good venue that for us, guys, to find a pub in Whitley Bay.
Someone's given us a jukebox, so you can come along and you can pick your music on your jukebox and play my barbers.
Excellent.
Lovely to see you. Lovely to meet you again, Jayne. All the very
Bye,
best.
guys.
Thank you. See you, Jayne. Bye. Rob, have we got you sorted out, Rob, with your sound?
I hope so. Can you hear me?
Hey!
We got you.
All right. You're right.
Yeah, we're very well. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
How's it been for you since you've been back at work?
I'll tell you one thing. It's been like, I think even now it's still hectic. You know, it's kind of like, it's just been like Christmas Day for the last 2 weeks. You know, it's unbelievable. You know, I mean, the trade that you're getting is just phenomenal at the moment. You know, obviously we're taking an appointment system and we do monitor it really, really carefully, you know, because at the end of the day, what we don't want to do is get anyone that comes into the salon contracting COVID-19, you know. Health and safety to me is paramount. You know, it's really important.
Good. Can we have a look round your shop?
Yeah.
Well, then.
I'll just turn the camera around.
Have you enjoyed it on our planet, Rob? Have you enjoyed being part of planet Earth for a long?
Sorry?
I said, have you enjoyed it on planet Earth? We can't see you.
Right. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
Whereabouts are you, Rob?
This is the front of the salon. This is the front of the salon. The front. This is the reception area. I don't know if you can see that.
Rob,
Yeah?
talk into the mic. We can't hear you.
You what, sorry?
We can't hear you. Where are you?
I'm here. Can you hear me now? Yeah?
Oh, yes, loud and clear.
Loud and clear, yeah. Right, this is at the front of the shop. Down at the reception area. This is my Peaky Blinders collection that I did in 2018. I don't know if you can see all that.
Yeah, we've got that. Whereabouts in the country are you, Rob?
We're in Birmingham, West Midlands.
Definitely in the Peaky area then.
Peaky Blinders, yeah, Peaky Blinders. Yeah, there's my mask that I've been using.
Excellent. And have you enjoyed watching Barber's Arms?
Yeah, it's been really good. Been really, really good. Yeah. Good. You know, it's really enlightening. It gets you through it, doesn't it? You know, 15 weeks of lockdown. It's been tough going for a lot of people, hasn't it? You know, and you know, I think there's a lot of us out there, and we're really glad to be back and cutting hair, especially what we all love doing best. You know, I mean, there's nothing better than, you know, putting a smile back on the customers' faces again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We've got a question coming in for you, Rob, from some of our viewers. Rob,
sorry?
got some questions coming in from some of our viewers. Is saying, how much bleach do you use in a week on your clients?
How much bleach? God. We use yellow, so that's the brand we use. We have gone through, right, 14 tins. 14 tins. That's what we've gone through, basically.
It's
We
not
do a
that
lot of
summer
pole
bleach.
walking
It's not.
like
It's
that.
not that summer bleach, is it? Have you heard of that summer bleach, Gaz?
No,
No.
that's the spraying stuff, Daddy. Simon.
Summer green, summer yellow.
Yeah. No, I'll show you the tin. I'll show you the tin. We'll go out to the chemical area. Okay. So the tins that we've been using. Someone's hidden from me. Hold on.
The suspense is killing us. Come on, Rob.
Oh no, I love the suspense. So this is what we use. We have gone through. We use yellow, and basically, like it says on the tin, it takes the yellow out the hair. So we've gone through 14 of these. 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it compulsory for everybody to have a bleach when they come to yours?
No.
I bet you're taking per
No,
client side though. If everybody's
no.
having colour services,
You know, we to be honest, we do a lot of colour work. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I want to ask you guys a quick question. Do you think that the unisex hairdressing salons are going to make a comeback?
Do I what? Sorry.
Do you think the unisex hairdressing salons could be possibly making a comeback?
Oh, unisex. Well, I don't think hairdressers have gone anywhere, mate. I think an hairdressing salon has always been. You know, I know barbering's had a massive push in the last, 5-6 years. You've seen lots of more barbers opening up, more people going into the barbering industry. I don't think hairdressers have gone anywhere. And I know that more guys have gone to it, but there's still a lot of guys go to unisex salons. So for all the hairdressers watching out there, you'll be looking at the screen now saying, come on, Simon, don't let us, I'm not going to let you down. I think hairdressers are still massive. I think hairdressing salons are still massive. And I still think a lot of guys go into an hairdresser's for their hair doing because they love that service. So are they making a comeback? I don't think they've ever gone.
No, yeah. Obviously,
one big
the last
family.
5 years, barbershops have kind of like maybe taken a little bit of trade away from the unisex hairdressing salons. What I've noticed, especially after lockdown, that the skin phase aren't as much. You know, there's a lot of scissor work, there are longer layers and stuff like this. It's changing. It's changing a little bit. Listen, if you're offering a skin fade, people are always going to have a skin fade. But obviously, if your skill set is beyond that, for instance, and you can offer something completely different and what other barbers aren't doing, this is where you're going to stand out. That's one thing that I've always said in my own mindset. They have to keep on upskilling whatever you do in your career, in the hairdressing career or barbering career. Always education is very, very important.
Well, education slowed down a bit, hasn't it, Gaz, while we've been on COVID, but we've got some exciting things coming on the British Barbers Association at Wahl, and also going to be platformed here on the Barbers'. But Rob, great guest. Thank you for coming on, one of our local heroes. Thank you very much, my man. Keep watching Barbers'.
Okay, these are the tools, guys.
Good night.
Cheers.
Who's next on, guys? We got one more local hero tonight. Who's this?
We just got one more. Jamal, are you there? Jamal, are you ready? Keep talking. Come on, Jamal. Where are you? Oh, he's there.
Looks like a boxing referee. We're having a few problems tonight with people's audio and Wi-Fi.
Jamal, are you there? Can you hear us?
Needs to press his audio.
Audio.
That's it, guys. That does it every time when you point your finger into the screen. That tells you all the time. Press your audio.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
We on?
Oh. Yes, we are now.
How are you?
All right, Mr. Vagabonds. How are you?
Bloody hell, mate. I've had some bloody laughs. I tell you, watching YouTube.
What? In a positive manner, I hope.
I tell you what, mate. I've been laughing with bloody socks off, I have.
Excellent. So you enjoyed Barber's Arms then?
Oh, mate, it's been mint, yeah. It's been mint from day one. It's been mega.
What are you drinking
Absolutely
tonight?
mega. Got the Hop House 13.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
That's my first poison, and then beer Moretti for the next.
Oh, you've got a lot of money then, Jamal. That's big money, that is.
Not as much as you guys.
Are you getting shows around the shop then?
Yeah, well, you are. I don't know how you spin it round. That's
Just
it.
turn your camera. Oh, just turn your camera around. That's it.
This is Vagabonds Barbers, yeah?
Yeah.
So how many barbers have you got working there?
There's just me and another lad, Tom. There's two of us.
And how have you found it this last fortnight then?
Got the beers up there, the gins.
Do you offer your guys a drink while they're having the haircut or not?
Yeah, we just a little bit of the back room as well. Yeah, we did do pre-lockdown. We did do pre-lockdown, but obviously with all everything that's going on, it's we've had to kind of cut that out. So no beverages at all now.
So how you working at the moment? Is that how you look at when you work every day? Is it got the dicky bow and
dicky bow on and a nice shirt? Not as nice as yours. Not as nice as yours.
So have you watched earlier? Did you have Frank on earlier?
Yeah, watching Mark. Yeah, he's top guy, and he's top guy.
So you're taking a leaf out of his book then, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, bit of a mix, bit old school and a bit of modern.
Nice.
Just a
well,
bit.
We've seen you popping up all the time, watching Barber's Arms. How's it been for you since you've got back? How's your work been?
It's been as busy as it can be. Obviously, with working on the appointment system, it's completely different to walk-ins. You kind of halving your load, but it has been good. Really, we've had a good response from the customers. They've kind of been happy with everything we've put into place, all the PPE and the safety aspects of the shop and stuff. So.
Any funny stories from just a quick funny story from one of your clients? I've got all that springs to your mind.
To be honest, there's a few where there's just coming in and I'm getting messages. Well, in lockdown, mid-lockdown, can you get hold of any clippers? And I says, I can't get hold of any clippers. Can you come cut my hair? Can you get hold of any clippers? I says, no, all the suppliers are shut. Can you do this? Can you do that? And some of the haircuts they've sent me and try and talk them through. It's been bloody horrendous. Funny like that.
Good. Well, we've seen Vagabonds pop up every time on our feeds while we've been doing Barber's Arms, mate. So we really appreciate you tuning in and watching us. Thank you very much for your top support that you've given Barber's Arms to me and Gaz. You know, we're going out live as well on the 7th of August. So hopefully, you should be looking at coming to one of our live shows. Leeds is not too far away. So if you want to put your name down to come to the live show in Leeds on the 7th of August, then email us at the British Barbers, Barber's Arms at the BritishBarbers.com. It's going to be at the Barber store, which is the Barber Bar in Leeds City Centre. You can join me and Gaz there. If you fancy it, we're going to probably pick about 15, 20 barbers who are going to come and join us that night. And it's the first time we're going out live with Barber's Arms. Jal, been fantastic to have you on, pal. Thank you very much. Keep watching Vagabonds. Thank you very much, bro.
Thanks for having us on. It's been a pleasure.
See you, brother.
See you later, mate.
See you later.
Oh, just one of them there where you say, I've started so finished, but he's gone. Guys.
You cut off.
Well, it's all part of the show, isn't it? It's all part of the process. Got to get in there quick, Gary. Gary, great night again at Barber's Arms.
Mate.
Enjoyed the guest?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Frank, we know Frank very well anyway. I like him. He's a great person. Do you know what I like about Frank is he's original up to a point, because I've been outside his shop and everything else. He's very much like us as a business, but it's he likes his pomps. He likes what I like about him is the 50s, 60s kind of vibe he's got about everything, the old traditional kind of thing. So, but from the local heroes, you never know what we're going to get, do we?
No, and again, local heroes out there, we've got loads of people backing up. We've got some great guests lined up for these next couple of weeks, especially when we go live. But again, you can always email us at the Barber's Arms at thebritishbarbers.com. Also on our website, which is thebarbersarms.co.uk, Simon Shaw Wahl on my Insta, or Gary's Instagram, which is the British Barber. Tune in and send all that, click them, share it, click the screenshots of them, share it with everybody, guys, and you always get a chance to enter into our competitions. And now we can safely say you can join us live, Gary, because it's not going to be too far away, is it?
Do you know what? It's unbelievably. When we get out there as well, it's fantastic because, you know, for us.
Keep talking.
Us personally, have you gone? But us personally, to actually meet up as well, to get out there and do it as well, and meet with other people, other barbers. I know we're out there with barbers anyway, so, and we can meet clients. So it's to take this on the road will be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Guys, I've got my personalised mask made, which was sent to me by Wahl for the 24th. So when I do all my shopping, you got a little Wahl logo here. And Simon, just in case I forget my name, I've got my face mask ready. So when I do all my shopping, I've got my personalised face mask ready, which will be really good. I think Boris said an announcement today about people who working from home. I think he's putting it back into the employer's hands now. If it's still safe to work from home, if the safest place is to work from home, then do it. But he's giving it back to the employer to back into your hands now. If you make your environments really safe and that, so it's a great step for us working in more office-based jobs and working in and out of the offices. Then it's a little bit more light end at tunnel, like you guys got the news to go in on the 4th of July. For everybody else, it's getting a little bit more normality. We're still going to be safe, but it's a bit more normal.
The thing is, anybody out there with a barber shop who's got a bar in it, that would be absolutely fantastic to get in touch. If you want us to be at your bar, at the moment, social distancing as it is, it might be a little bit tricky to get into pubs or bars. So if anybody's got a bar out there in the barber shop, let us know, put your name forward, and we could be with you in the next month or two. Yeah.
I think the big message as well as we finish off tonight on episode 15, guys, is one, is to keep nice and safe still do good practice, still drink sensibly with the wine shirts on, but still do your PPE. I've seen lots of things coming out with barbers being clicked and photographed, not doing the right things, but majority of you are still doing the right thing. We've not been told not to wear masks. We've not been told not to wear visors. You've still got to do the right PPE. You've still got to do the right social distancing. So just keep that in mind. I know we're loosening off a little bit, but there's still lots of people out there with COVID-19 in and around us. Last thing we want is a second spike. So let's do our bit, as you have done, because obviously in America at the minute, there's parts of America that barbershops have been closed down and their situation's got a little bit bad again. So my heart goes out to them. That's the last thing you guys want. So be vigilant. If you can, walk past the barbershop that's not doing it, tell them. You need to do it. You need to do it properly. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Are you laughing at that Botox comment?
Yeah. Guys out there now, we've done it right for so long. Keep on, keep it up. We're wearing visors. We need to do what we need to do, but we don't want to be responsible for the second spike. Come on, don't be silly. Keep recording all the details of the clients that are coming into the shops. We're doing it, wipe down, in between clients, sterilisation. Come on. Yeah. Don't let us down, and don't let it be us that they point the finger at. Love you all.
We've done it right. We've done it right, Gaz, and I think it's going to continue to do that. Thanks to the thousands and thousands that keep viewing us, especially all over the globe as well as here in the UK. You know, tonight we've had visitors again from Wales and Scotland and Ireland. We've had India, we've had America, we've had Canada, we've had Australia, we've had Turkey, we've had Greece, we've had Brazil, all tuning in to Barber's Arms to watch me and Gaz. We love it. We love you all watching us. I've just had a message off one of our directors just to say I can get my Botox done. Don't know what that's all about. I think that's a false rumour that's going around. I think I said on week 1, oh, what am I going to do? I like an odd sunbed now and again, and I've never lived it down since that. Luckily, the weather's been nice, so I've been able to keep my tan topped up because I've missed my travelling. But no, there's no Botox happens here. This is all natural. This is all. The secret to having no wrinkles is by being overweight. It stretches your skin anyway, so I've got no fucking wrinkles. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I think that's right. What you're saying, I'm all right. See?
Yeah, you look good. I tell you what, a Hawaiian shirt. So, are we going to have a theme for when we go to the first live show? Shall we dress like Ant and Dec? Shall we be coordinated?
Whatever you want, baby.
Well, why don't we put it into the viewers' arms? Why don't we get the viewers to email us into to the Barber's Arms here. Send us some messages.
No, do you know what? We'll have branded T-shirts, and whatever the viewers say we have on our T-shirts, we'll wear them.
Okay, well, I know we've got some Barber's Arms T-shirts coming soon, so they'll be good as well. We'll be able to probably wear them, and you're about to take your top off, like the what they call them, the Chippendales do. You're about to throw your top into audience into Leeds. That'll be worth some proper money. That. In fact, I'm going to start a little side show.
What I need is a sweaty Simon Shaw Wahl T-shirt.
Well, I once gave one to Raymond, and I wore it off stage all day at salon. As I went back into the hotel, he said, "You ain't got any spare T-shirts." I said, "I've just got this one I've worn today, mate. That we've everything's gone." I give it him. I went back upstairs to get changed, and when I came back downstairs, Ray put my shirt on, and he told me how nice it smelled, Gaz. I don't smell nice.
Well, I have met you in Dubai, and you smell really good. So, well, actually, now I smell as good as you because you bought it me for my birthday.
There you go. I like to look after you. You smell good. You look good. Barber's Arms, 15th episode, and you're getting it there. I just want to dedicate tonight's show to a couple of people, which sometimes get left out of when we talk. But I met Trevor Studd maybe 2 or 3 years ago, maybe even longer. And obviously our paths didn't really cross much at exhibitions and stuff. But meeting him in Dubai last year and starting to work a little bit closer. And then when Jackie asked me to be part of Barber's Arms, I think both Jackie and Trevor intrigued me with their brain, the way that they run stuff and how quick they are and proactive they are to move a business forward. So I'd like to dedicate episode 15 to our producer and directors, Jackie Ollian and Trevor Studd. I think they're both amazing. I've enjoyed working so much with Trev. He's gone up so much in my estimation as an individual, as a business person. So Barber's Arms, it's getting bigger and bigger, mate. And Trev, I know you're watching, it's about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning in Australia, but I'd just like to say, look, testament to your ideas, you and Jackie. Look how many followers and views we're getting. You must be really chuffed with yourselves. So a big thank you from me. And this episode is dedicated to you guys.
And it's a good thank you from me and a good thank you from him.
As you can see, What are they called? What's your cocktail?
Old fashioned.
Old fashioned. The old fashions are kicking in. The Hawaiian theme's kicking in. My batteries are running out. We love you all. Keep watching us this week, guys. We're only a few weeks away from taking us out live at Leeds at the Barber Bar for at Barber Barber in Leeds. So we can't wait to see you all there. If you want to be part of that show as well, don't forget the information that we've sent you out. Gary, have a great weekend, mate. It's been great to have you again here on Barber's Arms to have a beer with. If you know, you're one of my best mates in this industry, pal. Love having a beer with you, mate. You're a top guy.
Straight to him, no messing about.
Have a good evening. See you all. See you all next week.
Good night.
Good night.